Welcome back. To leading British Indian community figures, Rami Ranger and Hindu Council UK Managing Trustee Anil Bhanot have been dramatically stripped of their CBE and OBE honours in the UK. The honour has been annulled, citing complaints related to their public statements made regarding violence against Hindus in Bangladesh. Both have denounced the move, calling it an attack on free speech. Rami Ranger also said that one of the complaints filed against him was by Sikh for Justice. Both Rami Ranger and Bhanot have been asked to return their insignia to Buckingham Palace. They have also been told that they can no longer make any reference of them having the honour. The Forfeiture Committee said that the honour is taken away when the holder of the honour deemed to have brought disrepute into the system. The committee's recommendations for forfeiture were submitted through UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer to the King. All right, so two leading British Indian community figures there, Rami Ranger and Hindu Council UK Managing Trustee Anil Bhanot, have now been stripped of their CBE and OBE honours in the UK. Ranger has responded, saying that the ruling sets a dangerous precedent against free speech in the United Kingdom. All right, my colleague Yash joining us from the newsroom. Yash, there is a statement coming out both from Ranger and Bhanot right now suggesting that this is an assault on free speech.
These two people have been one of the greatest jewels, we can say, for the United Kingdom, because one is a renowned businessman who has bring a lot of money for the country, and in fact they've done a lot for the country. And if they're speaking out of violence, what they're doing wrong? And that is the same question both these people are actually raising. And if you look at Mr. Ranger's statement also, he goes on to say that he don't care about his honor. What he cares about is about speaking the truth. And that is why this incident became deplorable on the side of the United Kingdom as well. In fact, reactions have also started coming in on this very thing. If you go to the social media, there's a lot of criticism also coming in for the United Kingdom administration over this very ruling. But at this point, what we have to understand is that Mr. Ranger and Mr. Bhanot has made very clear that they're not going to stop at this point. They're going to take this forward. They're going to take a legal route in this very matter, and they're going to appeal to the European Union as well.
Both these gentlemen, of course, suggesting that they stood up to Khalistani elements, Yash, and hence the reason why their honours were forfeited.
Absolutely. They not only spoke against the Khalistani terror, but they also spoke against numerous issues. In fact, if you remember correctly, the BBC documentary which came out about Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Mr. Bhanot and Mr. Ranger had also spoken about this very issue, and they have condemned the BBC at that juncture also about this very manipulative documentary. Now coming to the latest, in the latest they have condemned the violence in Bangladesh against the Hindu minorities, and in fact they say that if we are condemning violence of any sort, what is wrong in that? And we also ask the same question, because if you are condemning violence, you are not going against the rule of the law, then what's wrong in it? And in fact, moving from this very point, this issue is going to be pivotal also, because we know how Khalistan has been one of the prime issues in India's foreign policy pertaining to this very administration in India also. And in fact, we also have to understand that these two gentlemen are not regular citizens. These are one of the these citizens. Both of them have received one of the highest honors of UK.
Absolutely.
And in case. Yeah.
Absolutely. And Yash, an important point you brought about, these are not ordinary people. These are people who have brought honours to the Hindu community here in India, as well as the people of Britain, by the way of the work that they have done in ensuring social cohesion, in ensuring that they go an extra mile in order to help people around them. Both Bhanot as well as Ranger are people of significance. These are influential people. So when they speak up, people listen. their followers listen. And at this point in time, I think it's also important to bring to fore that the two statements that these two gentlemen seem to have made. One was, of course, the Khalistani elements that they questioned, and the other is the violence on Hindus in Bangladesh, both of which are important issues to take up as people of Indian origin.
Well, absolutely, and they've been saying the same thing. Being the people of Indian origin, it is our moral responsibility to raise these issues, because the diaspora across the world also, the Indians also want the diaspora to speak up about these very issues. And when they are talking about these things, it is of utmost importance for the administration also to have a listen to it. In fact, Mr. Ranger is also a representative in the House of Lords, so he's a big politician. He's someone who is respected by all. In fact, he has spoken on numerous issues regarding UK's point of view as well with the Indian administration. He's also one of the media-friendly faces here in India. And in fact, when he says something, everybody do listens to him. And this time around also, if something like this has happened with these two gentlemen, the Indian diaspora across the world is going to raise these concerns with the UK administration. And in fact, now since they have made it clear that they have to return the honor, but Mr. Bhanot and Mr. Ranger have made it very clear that they are not just going to stop. At this point, they are going to take this battle further.
Right.
They are going to take legal recourse. They will be going to the European Union as well.
All right. Both these gentlemen will be taking a legal recourse. They're going to fight that forfeiture committee recommendation against the two of them. One, of course, is Rami Ranger. He's a Tory politician. The other is the Hindu UK Council Managing Trustee Anil Bhanot. They have now been dramatically stripped of their honour, both as the CBE, which is the Commander of the Order of British Empire, and the OBE, Officer of the Order of British Empire.